Hello, good morning. It is the 16th of March and I have got to chapter 62 from chapter 48. And you would think that by now these people would have learned to basically stay away from each other. Again, it does, I believe, differentiate slightly from the movie. The book After We Collided by Anna Todd, which is what I am currently reading for Lent. And one of the ways, obviously, it differentiates again is the clothing that the actress wears in the film compared to in the book. Now, we have just had the fight scene between Tessa and Molly, which I know is in the movie based on the book due to seeing the trailer. Obviously, all the stuff that happens prior to that at the party is slightly altered by the sounds of it. So we've had a repeat of Christmas Day where Trisha Harden's mother has left to return back to England. We've found out that Trevor has got a job lined up in Seattle. We find that Harden is more than likely going back to England after college, to graduation. And they've just had a redo of Christmas Day at Tessa's and Harden's apartment, where Tessa was given a bracelet by Ken and Karen from Tiffany's & Co. And Harden was really jealous about this item because he thought that Tessa was quite materialistic by the sounds of it and would love their bracelet more than the one that he brought her. The one that he obviously put a lot of thought into and had the book with the saying, "Whatever our souls are made of, yours and mine are the same," from Wuthering Heights. I try to yawn. So he still is a very insecure individual, and they've also had an issue where, in a way, I suppose it's like 50 Shades of Grey, where they have had intercourse whilst she is on her menstrual cycle. But it was at the office where she works, which to me is a bit disgusting, to be honest. That's just my opinion. I don't mind if women want to do that sort of thing, but there's a time and a place, not where you work. And I know in the film 50 Shades of Grey, pardon me, it was actually cut from the movie. It's one of the things they cut because of it being like a taboo subject. I do not know whether they have cut it from the movie adaptation of the book After We Collided, so I will have to wait until that comes to something like Netflix to see if I can watch it and find out. So we've had Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, redo of Christmas Day. Everyone's gone back to work. And we've had the New Year's Eve party, where Harden actually leaves Tessa by herself practically all night. So she gets absolutely wasted. And then all of a sudden he appears. They have a fight with Molly. Him verbally, her physically and verbally. They go upstairs, they have sex. They come back down, they say Happy New Year to everyone. They go to leave. And this girl turns up, basically sort of letting the cat out of the bag that Harden's been with her all night. Apparently, she ends up being Dan's sister, one of the girls that Harden used and abused. But Tessa, obviously, she's drunk, she's emotional, she flies off the handle, knowing about Harden's sordid past after he confesses to her what he was like by writing her a letter about his childhood. I will talk a little bit more about that in another video. And yet she still forgives him, still wants to be with him, yet New Year's Eve, because she believes that he's cheated on her, she goes and kisses some random guy who ends up getting punched in the face by Harden. He then drives off, leaving her at the party. And she has to find her own way home. And she does that by getting a lift from Zeb. I'm not entirely sure how much he's drank, whether he should even be driving periodically, but he offers to drive her home, and she does. She spent most of the evening with him, which has made Harden quite jealous. He's got this new tattoo. They've been talking about it. She's seen it. She's touched it. They've played games together, drinking games together. They've had a really good evening. I'm not saying it was a productive evening, because there was a lot of alcohol involved, but she's been genuinely happy. She hasn't just been with Harden. She's sort of spread her wings a little bit again, started socialising. I wouldn't say the people she's socialised with are positive, but at the end of the day, she's at college and you have to learn the hard way sometimes. And she's genuinely happy, even though she's drunk. And then all of a sudden, over one conversation, they're back to fighting with each other again. They're back to basically demoralising each other, berating each other in public. And so she's now in a predicament where she's got to try and find her own way home. So I will continue with the book today at some point, and then I will backtrack and talk a little bit more about some of the other chapters. Thank you very much for your time and enjoy your day.